How you doing, everybody? This is Big Play Killer. Me and Ryan Moody are here to talk about some numbers real quick. We want to talk about NBA 2K13 and Madden 13. While the sale numbers are down this year for Madden, and they're up for 2K13. And we just have a lot of numbers we want to talk about with you guys that might be eye-popping.
So the first thing we want to talk about is the participation in high school sports. I think a lot of people will understand that video games are really marketed towards high school athletes. And an article Fox News came out with not too long ago basically says, in spite of all the health risks we've been learning about with concussions, you've got nearly 1.1 million high school boys playing 11-on-11 football compared to just 575,000 on the track and field, 535,000 in basketball. So to me, it seems like if you've got that many more people playing football, it would make it that much more of a popular game.
And I agree with you. A lot of guys talk about how they still love the game and they can't play anymore. So what they're doing now is playing the video game. So they won't go out and tear up their knee or get a concussion or anything like that, because a lot of men that played ball back in the day, now they have jobs, they have families, they can't miss work going out playing a pastime that they love. So they turn to the video game. But the numbers are down this year, and it kind of makes you scratch your head.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing you got to consider, those high school athletes playing football, generally, multi-sport players. They're not just staying on the football field. They might go over to track and field. They might go over to baseball. But to your point, when we talked about, adults playing the game, we started looking at TV ratings. To go back to 2010 when the draft was put into prime time, ESPN and the NFL Network shared the NFL draft, and that generated a 5.4 TV rating on ESPN, and of course the NFL Network, which isn't in a lot of homes at that point, still isn't, as a matter of fact, got a 0.95 rating. To contrast that, TNT, with the Chicago Bulls playoff win over the Cleveland Cavaliers, got a 2.1 rating, and the game between Oklahoma City and the LA Lakers got a 3.0 rating. So you're talking about combining those numbers. Twice as many people watched the NFL draft with no action, no contact, as they did the playoff games of the NBA. So again, it is baffling to sit there and look back at the popularity contrast between these two sports at both levels and not wonder why Madden isn't blowing 2K13 away in sales.
Okay, we just look at strictly numbers. If you have a million plus football players every year and you have around 500 basketball players every year, the football game should easily outsell the basketball game, because you have a million plus, almost double in numbers every year playing football. The Madden numbers and NCAA numbers are down this year, and NBA 2K13 numbers are up this year. Some people want to say the reason why NBA 2K13 numbers are up because they don't have any competition, because Live didn't come out. But I mean, you look at Madden, where's their competition? They don't have any, and their numbers are down. So you can't really use that as an argument because they don't have competition, because neither game really has a competitor on the shelf to compete with it. And 2K is still outselling or outperforming its previous years, and Madden and NCAA are not.
Well, one final point to make, I think you can overlook some of the other points we might have brought up, but one thing you can't overlook is, at least in America, the economy has really taken a downward turn, and we're not a political show, so we're not going to talk about why, but obviously the ramifications on that are, you might have people right now that really have to curtail their video games, their entertainment purchases, so they might be saying, listen, I can only budget out 2, 3, 5 video games, and they're making that firm choice between, do I want to buy Madden, do I want to buy 2K13, do I want to buy another game? So I think maybe it's more selective purchasing that goes into the sales than it has before, where we know people would be apt to buy 2, 3 different games of the same sports genre, as nowadays, with your limited choices, you might only be making 1 or 2 purchases in video games all year.
Another factor that I believe that has changed the market is the pricing. Now the games are selling for $59. They used to sell for like $45. So when you're trying to buy a game, you want to get something that you have a lot of good replay value in. A lot of EA games get traded in within the first year, and people are still playing a lot of 2K games 2, 3 years, even 5, 7 years after the product has hit the shelf. So the replay value is a big plus.
Well, another thing is a lot of times when you talk about trading in games, you know, you have major companies like GameStop that'll actually give you a promotion so you can almost upgrade your game from NCAA to Madden. But, you know, like I said, it's the overall picture you have to look at. A lot of individual factors factor into a lot of individual different ideas. But the main thing is, you know, you guys take the information we give you. We'll put links down in the description. You make your own opinion for yourself. Let us know what your opinion is in the comments, and we'll be back with you guys next week with more dual com videos.
All right. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.